Hi there, and welcome to Faith in 5, where we believe you can build your faith in 5 minutes. I'm your host, Reggie Wilson, and I have another exciting episode for you. This episode takes place in the book of Luke. This is Luke 22, starting in verse 39. That's Luke 22, starting in verse 39. And it's entitled, Jesus Prays on the Mount of Olives. Now, Jesus always went off often and he prayed. But this time was a little different. This is right before he was about to go to the cross. And there was a lot of emotions inside of him. And why? He's about to give up his life for this world. For people that will betray him. People, in spite of all the miracles that he's done, would still deny him. People that would just don't want to follow him. But here's how he handles it all. And remember, Jesus is all knowing. He's God in flesh. So he knows it's going to happen. But he also struggles in the flesh. Right? He's a spirit being, but he's in the flesh now. So he's going through, and he went through every emotion possible that a human being could go through if he knows he's about to die. So let's pick it up and let's see how Jesus handled it. So in Luke 22, starting in verse 39, it says, Jesus went out as usual to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples followed him. On reaching the place, he said to them, pray that you will not fall into temptation. He withdrew about a stone's throw beyond them, knelt down, and he prayed, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. An angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him. And being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly. And his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground. When he rose from prayer and went back to the disciples, he found them asleep, exhausted from sorrow. Why are you sleeping? He asked them. Get up and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. Here it is. Jesus is out with his friends. This is what his disciples, his followers. And he's praying. It said in our Bible, in different verses in Matthew, Mark, he prayed 3 times earnestly. And the reason why he prayed so hard, because he wanted to please his dad, but the pain of the emotional and the physical pain that he would have to go through was insurmountable. So he had to rely on his father to do it. And here it is, his friends is out there with him. And they're just falling asleep while he's praying, while he's pouring his heart out. So at the last time, he's at peace. So he can go through all the pain and all the turmoil. So we can praise him and worship him today. So we can have that intimate connection with God because of his life, because of his burial, because of his resurrection. Gives us new hope, new meaning, new life when we accept it. But let's look at the prayer. You see, prayer is such a powerful tool. Jesus would not have gone to the cross. He would not have surrendered his physical self if he had not went to his power source, his God, his Father, for the power to go through everything that he was going to go through so we can have a relationship with him. You see, he didn't try to, stop it or prevent it. He says, not my will be done, but my Father, your will be done. I bet that was one of the most hardest prayers he ever had to pray. Because he was supposed to give up his life, which he did. He knew all the pain he was going to go through. He knew all the beatings he was going to go through. He knew he was going to be hung on a cross for us. He knew all these things. He already knew what his future was going to be on this earth. But he still went through it. And why? Because he relied on his Father in prayer. Prayer allowed him to do that. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask myself the same question. If I relied on prayer like Jesus did, what will I overcome? What could I do? What could I prevent? Remember, Jesus' prayer at the Garden of Gethsemane, in those Mount of Olives, and how he overcame everything.